Hello, my beloveds. Take a deep breath with me now and gently let it go. Let us begin this moment together with a powerful truth: money is energy. And energy flows where it is welcomed, where it is understood, where it is loved, just like all good things in life. You are not here to chase money. You are here to align with it. You are here to become the radiant magnet that naturally attracts wealth because you live in harmony with the laws of abundance. Now listen closely. Money flows to those who understand this. That abundance begins in the mind and the heart, not in the wallet. It is born from thoughts of worthiness, from feelings of trust, from a deep and loving relationship with life itself. When you bless money, money blesses you back. When you fear it, it hides. When you resent it, it resists. But when you love it, truly, from a peaceful, empowered place, it comes to you joyfully. You must affirm daily with certainty, I am open and ready to receive all the prosperity life offers. Money flows to me in expected and unexpected ways. I deserve to be financially secure. It is safe for me to be rich. Do you feel that? That inner shift, that is the truth awakening within you. You see, so many of us were taught that money is hard to get, that it only comes with struggle, that you must prove yourself to be worthy of it. But that is an old, tired belief. Let it go, release it with love. Now say with me, I now choose thoughts that nourish and support my financial abundance. I love and respect the flow of money. I allow prosperity to enter every corner of my life. Understand this, when you truly believe you are worthy, when you feel safe with money, when you speak kindly about wealth, you invite it in. It no longer becomes something out there. It becomes a part of you, as natural as your breath, as constant as your heartbeat. So from this moment forward, let money be your friend. Let it be your joyful companion. You don't have to struggle. You don't have to earn love or abundance. You only need to open your heart, soften your mind, and welcome what is already yours. Remember, you are the creator. You are the power. You are the source of your wealth. And now you know the secret. Money flows to those who understand this. And my dear, now you understand. I love you. Life loves you. And so does money. Money is not just a physical object made of paper or metal. It's not simply a number sitting quietly in a bank account or an amount written on a paycheck. Money is far more than that. It is a powerful form of energy. This energy responds to your thoughts, your words, your emotions, and your vibration. Just like everything else in the universe, money carries a frequency. And that frequency either aligns with you or resists you depending on how you relate to it. When you constantly think of money with fear, lack, or anxiety, you repel its energy. But when you treat money with love, appreciation, and respect, you invite it into your life like a dear friend returning home. So many people unknowingly create distance between themselves and money by holding on to harmful beliefs. They believe money is dirty, evil, or only comes through struggle. These thoughts block the natural flow of abundance. Imagine trying to welcome someone into your home while simultaneously speaking badly about them. Would they feel invited? Money as energy fuels your attitude toward it. If you criticize it, complain about not having it, or see it as a source of stress, it will hesitate to flow into your life. But when you shift your perspective and begin to see money as a kind, helpful force that supports your well-being, something incredible happens. Money begins to show up more frequently and more generously. Think of your relationship with money the same way you think of your relationship with a loved one. When you nurture a relationship with love, gratitude, and trust, it grows, the connection deepens, the bond becomes unbreakable. But if you ignore it, blame it for your problems, or treat it with suspicion, the relationship falters. Begin to build a loving, trusting relationship with money today. Speak kind words about it. Thank it every time it enters your life, no matter the amount. Send it into the world joyfully, knowing it will come back to you multiplied. Every thought you have about money sends a message to the universe. If you constantly worry, I never have enough, the universe echoes back that experience. But when you affirm, money flows to me easily and abundantly, you send out a vibration of openness and faith. That vibration draws matching experiences to you. This is not about magical thinking. It is about energetic alignment. You become a magnet for what you consistently think and feel. Shift your inner dialogue, and you shift your financial reality. We are energetic beings living in an energetic world. Everything you touch, everything you do, everything you speak holds energy, including money. This energy doesn't judge, it simply responds. And the more you honor and bless that energy, the more you awaken its potential in your life. Begin each day with a loving affirmation. Place your hand on your heart and declare, money is my friend. I treat it with love, and it flows freely to me. Watch how your relationship with money transforms when you consistently nurture it from the inside out. Remember, you do not have to force or chase money. You only need to understand its nature and gently align with it. Treat money the way you wish to be treated, with honor, care, attention, and kindness. When you do this, you will begin to notice a subtle shift. Life becomes more cooperative. Unexpected opportunities arise, financial doors open, and all of this begins with one simple truth: money is energy, and energy always responds to love. Abundance is not something you stumble upon in the outside world. It is something you cultivate within yourself first. It does not begin in your job, your paycheck, or your bank balance. It begins in the quiet moments where you decide, consciously or unconsciously, what you believe you deserve. Your inner world sets the tone for everything you experience. When your thoughts are rooted in fear, scarcity, or self-doubt, they cloud your ability to receive. But when your thoughts are aligned with trust, openness, and self-worth, the world reflects those beliefs back to you. Your outer life is a mirror of your inner beliefs, and if you wish to experience true financial abundance, the work must begin inside. Many people wait for abundance to arrive before they feel good about themselves. They tell themselves, when I earn more, then I'll feel successful, or when I finally have enough money, then I'll feel secure. But this thinking puts the cart before the horse. The universe responds not to what we want, but to what we believe we are. If deep inside you believe you are lacking or unworthy, no amount of income will feel like enough. But if you build a strong foundation of self, love, and inner confidence, prosperity will naturally align with you. Your energy becomes magnetic when you realize you are already whole, already deserving, and already rich in spirit. You see, abundance is not a number, it's a feeling. It's the feeling of peace when you trust life. It's the warmth of gratitude when you notice the blessings around you. It's the quiet confidence of knowing that you are supported, loved, and guided. When you learn to generate these feelings from within, you no longer chase wealth. You attract it. Opportunities flow toward you, not because you are hustling harder than others, but because your vibration welcomes them. You are not in survival mode. You are in receiving mode. And receiving is a skill of the heart, not just of the hands. To truly open yourself to abundance, you must examine your self-talk. How do you speak to yourself when you think about money? Do you say things like, I never get ahead, or I'm not good with money? These words, even when said in frustration, are instructions to your subconscious. Your inner world is always listening. But when you begin to say, I am worthy of abundance, or money supports me, your subconscious receives new instructions, and your outer life starts to shift in response. Speak to yourself like someone who is already wealthy in mind and spirit, and soon your world will catch up. Each morning, before the world rushes in, take a moment to affirm your worth. Place your hand on your heart and say, I am enough. I am already abundant. Say it even if you don't fully believe it yet. Your soul is listening. Your energy is adjusting. These words are seeds, and with daily care, they will blossom into new experiences. You are not waiting for someone else to give you permission to prosper. That permission is yours to grant. The moment you recognize that truth, your entire financial story begins to rewrite itself. There is no force more powerful than a person who knows they are worthy. When you carry that truth in your heart, the universe responds in kind. Resources, people, and ideas begin to align with your path. Abundance isn't something you chase, it's something you allow, and that allowance begins the moment you look within and say, I am ready, I am deserving, I am enough. From that sacred inner space, all things are possible. For so many of us, the earliest stories we heard about money were rooted in struggle, sacrifice, and scarcity. We were told that you have to work painfully hard to earn even a little, that wealth only comes to the lucky or the ruthless, and that wanting more somehow makes you greedy or selfish. These messages were repeated so often by family, society, and culture that they became deeply ingrained beliefs, ones we never even questioned. But the truth is, these beliefs are not facts. They are just ideas passed down from generation to generation, and you have the power to release them. You have the power to choose a new, lighter, freer way of thinking about money, one that aligns with ease, flow, and grace. The belief that you must suffer for success is one of the greatest blocks to abundance. This old mindset creates unnecessary resistance. It convinces you that unless you're exhausted, burned out, or constantly worried, you're not worthy of financial rewards. But suffering is not a spiritual badge of honor. It is not required to prove your worth. You do not need to earn your way to worthiness, because you already are worthy. The universe does not require you to bleed for your blessings. It only asks that you align with your truth, believe in your value, and remain open to receive. When you let go of the struggle story, you create space for miracles to flow. Replacing those old beliefs begins with awareness. Pay attention to the phrases that automatically come up in your thoughts or speech. Do you say things like, "I can't afford that," or "money doesn't grow on trees"? These casual words may seem harmless, but they are rooted in limitation. They train your subconscious to expect lack and difficulty. Instead, start to consciously introduce new, empowering beliefs into your daily routine. Try saying, "Money comes to me with ease," or "I welcome financial flow in my life." Even if you feel uncertain at first, keep practicing. Your beliefs will shift with repetition, and your reality will follow. Letting go of the struggle also means embracing joy. Many people feel guilty when things come too easily, as if they must suffer to deserve success. But ease is not the enemy, it's a sign of alignment. When your heart, mind, and actions are in harmony, abundance shows up naturally. Think of the times when things just worked out, when help arrived right on time, when you found yourself in the right place at the right moment. That is the power of ease. It's not laziness, it's alignment. And the more you release the belief that life has to be hard, the more you'll find yourself walking the path of grace. This transformation is not about denying reality. It's about creating a new one. Yes, some people have struggled. Yes, hard work has its place. But you get to decide what rules you live by. You get to write your own story. Why not write a story where money flows joyfully to you, where your gifts are valued, and where financial success is a natural extension of your purpose? Imagine living in that story. Feel how freeing it would be to trust in the universe's support, to know that your needs are met without constant worry. That freedom begins when you say, "I no longer choose struggle, I choose abundance." Every time you catch yourself repeating an old scarcity belief, pause. Ask yourself gently, is this belief helping me or holding me back? Then replace it with one that supports your growth. You are not bound by your past. You are not limited by what others have believed. You are free to step into a new relationship with money. One based on joy, ease, and trust. And the moment you do, the universe responds in kind. The more you release, the more you receive. Every interaction you have with money is a conversation, whether you realize it or not. The way you think about it, talk about it, and even handle it sends a message to the universe about your relationship with abundance. If you treat money with fear, resentment, or guilt, you create energetic resistance. But if you begin to speak to money with love, gratitude, and respect, you open a powerful channel for more to come into your life. Just like a friend who feels appreciated and welcomed, money responds beautifully to kindness. It becomes easier to receive, easier to manage, and more joyful to share. Even if you have very little money right now, you can still bless what you do have. In fact, that's when it's most important. Every dollar, every coin, every small blessing deserves your love. When you hold a bill in your hand, instead of saying, "This isn't enough," try saying, "Thank you for showing up. I appreciate you." That small act of gratitude shifts your entire energy. Gratitude is magnetic. It tells the universe, "I recognize abundance, and I'm ready for more." The more you appreciate what you have, the more you'll be entrusted with. That's not just a feel-good idea. It's an energetic law. Imagine if money were a person. If you constantly criticized them, ignored them, or feared them, how would they feel? Would they want to stay? Probably not. Now imagine you greeted money warmly every time it came into your life. You thanked it, treated it with care, and spoke about it with joy and respect. That's a relationship money wants to stay in. This is the kind of love-based approach that transforms your finances from the inside out. It doesn't require a financial expert or a perfect budget. It begins with the energy of appreciation. Speak wealth into your life with the words you use every day. Replace complaints like, "I never have enough," with declarations like, "Money flows easily and consistently to me." Speak as if the abundance you desire is already arriving. Say thank you when you pay a bill, knowing that your money is supporting someone else's livelihood. Bless your wallet, your bank account, your paycheck, no matter how big or small. When you create a loving, respectful environment for money, you make it feel safe to stay and even safer to grow. Sometimes we're taught to feel guilty for wanting or enjoying money, as though spiritual people must be poor to be pure. But love is not about lack. Love is expansive. When you speak to money with love, you're not being greedy, you're being wise. You are recognizing that money is a tool, a resource, a form of support that can help you create beauty, joy, and healing in the world. The more money you lovingly attract, the more good you can do. And that begins with how you speak to it, how you feel about it, and how you welcome it into your life. Make it a daily habit to express your love and gratitude for money, just as you would for a cherished relationship. Whisper kind words when you check your account balance. Smile when you receive change at the store. Feel the energy of appreciation radiating from your heart and extending into your finances. These small moments build a powerful momentum. They affirm to the universe that you are not in fear, you are in faith. And money, like all things that respond to love, will begin to show up for you more often, more generously, and more joyfully. The words you speak are not just sounds, they are instructions sent to the universe and to your subconscious mind. When you speak daily prosperity affirmations, you are not simply repeating empty phrases, you are planting seeds in the rich soil of your mind. These seeds, when nourished with repetition and belief, begin to sprout into new opportunities, new ideas, and new levels of wealth. Every affirmation is a statement of intention, a sacred declaration of what you choose to believe. And when you say these affirmations with emotion and consistency, your entire vibration begins to shift. The universe listens to the frequency of your belief, not your wishes, but your knowing. Most of us have been conditioned to expect struggle when it comes to money. We were raised hearing phrases like money doesn't grow on trees or we can't afford that. Over time, these beliefs take root and the subconscious mind begins to operate from a place of fear and lack. But the mind is not fixed, it can be reprogrammed. Daily prosperity affirmations are your most powerful tools for this reprogramming. By speaking truths like, I am a magnet for wealth, or abundance is my natural state, you begin to challenge and dissolve those old patterns. With enough practice, these new beliefs become automatic, and the energy you emit becomes one of expansion rather than limitation. The beauty of affirmations lies in their simplicity. You don't need fancy tools or complicated rituals. You only need your voice, your presence, and your willingness to believe something better is possible. When you wake up in the morning, before the day begins to shape you, you can shape your day with your words. Look into the mirror and affirm, I deserve to be financially free. Say it again. Feel it in your bones. Let the vibration of those words move through your body. Each time you affirm your worth, you remind your inner self of the truth it has always known but perhaps forgotten. You are meant for abundance. You may not see immediate changes overnight, but affirmations work below the surface like gentle waves reshaping the shoreline. Day by day, they rewire your brain, heal your relationship with money, and invite new levels of prosperity. The key is consistency. Speak your affirmations not only when you feel good, but especially when you don't. Use them in moments of doubt, fear, or frustration. That is when they're most needed. That is when they carry the power to transform your mindset and bring you back into alignment with abundance. Make your affirmations personal. Create statements that resonate deeply with your soul. If you're a creative, say, my creativity brings me wealth. If you're healing from financial trauma, try, it is safe for me to be rich. These aren't just phrases, they're bridges to a new reality. Write them down, say them out loud. Record them in your voice and listen to them throughout the day. The more you immerse yourself in these empowering thoughts, the more you become a match for the financial blessings you seek. Your subconscious is always listening. Give it something beautiful to believe in. Daily prosperity affirmations are not just about attracting money, they're about becoming the version of you who already has it. They remind you to walk, speak, and think like someone who lives in abundance. They help you act from faith instead of fear, from confidence instead of doubt. Over time, you will notice not just financial improvements, but emotional and spiritual ones, too. You'll feel more empowered, more peaceful, and more in tune with the generous rhythm of life. And it all begins with a few simple, powerful words spoken with love and intention, day after day, breath after breath. The greatest truth you will ever learn about wealth is this: you are not chasing it, you are creating it. You are not separate from abundance, you are the very channel through which it flows. Everything you desire already exists in energetic form, and your beliefs, emotions, and actions bring it into your reality. When you shift from thinking of money as something outside of you to understanding that it originates from within, you reclaim your power. You stop looking for wealth in the world and start activating it from your soul. This inner alignment is the root of true, lasting prosperity. So many people believe that wealth is something others give to them through jobs, clients, or lucky breaks. But that thinking keeps you small, it keeps you waiting. It keeps you disconnected from your creative power. The truth is, the world reflects what you believe about yourself. If you see yourself as poor, unworthy, or unlucky, your outer experience will match that belief. But when you begin to see yourself as powerful, abundant, and fully capable, the world starts to respond differently. You attract better opportunities, more money, and kinder circumstances. Not because the world changed, but because you did. Recognizing yourself as the source of your wealth does not mean you do it all alone. It means you understand that life moves through you, not against you. Your ideas, your talents, your energy, they are gifts that generate abundance. When you honor them, nurture them, and express them, you activate the flow of prosperity. And when you trust that your inner wisdom knows the way, you stop doubting, fearing, and second guessing every decision. That confidence creates space for miracles to land. You no longer chase, you attract. You no longer beg, you magnetize. To live this truth, you must practice owning your power every day. Remind yourself, I am the source of my wealth. Let that phrase become a mantra that fuels your thoughts and guides your actions. Walk with the dignity of someone who knows their value. Make decisions from a place of self-trust rather than desperation. When you need money, don't spiral into fear. Instead, turn inward. Ask yourself, what can I create, offer, or align with today that will open the flow? You always have more resources than you think when you begin from within. There is incredible freedom in knowing that your wealth is not dependent on the economy, the job market, or anyone else's approval. Your power is self-generated. It is eternal and limitless. The more you embrace that truth, the less reactive you become to the world around you. You stop comparing, competing, and stressing. You start expressing, expanding, and receiving. Wealth becomes not just something you have, but something you are. And from that energy, everything becomes possible. When you fully step into the role of creator, you reclaim your rightful place in the flow of abundance. You stop searching for answers outside of yourself and begin to trust the brilliance already living inside you. Money begins to meet you where you are because you have become aligned, empowered, and open. You are not waiting for luck. You are living in purpose. You are not hoping for a miracle. You are becoming one. And the more you live from that awareness, the more your financial reality transforms to reflect the abundance that has always been yours. When you begin to see money not as a struggle, not as something distant or difficult, but as a loving energy that responds to your thoughts and feelings, everything begins to shift. You no longer live in fear of not having enough. You start living in the joyful expectation that life supports you fully and unconditionally. Each belief you release, each new affirmation you speak, each act of gratitude becomes a step toward the abundant life that is already waiting for you. You don't have to chase it. You only have to allow it. True prosperity begins with understanding that you are already worthy. You are already enough. You are the vessel through which abundance flows. Not because you earned it, but because you are aligned with it. When you honor your worth, speak to money with love, and embrace your creative power, you become a magnet for the very wealth you once thought was out of reach. This is not a dream, it is your new truth. Now is the time to rewrite your money story. Replace doubt with belief. Replace scarcity with gratitude, and replace fear with love. Say it often and say it with power. I am the source of my wealth. Money flows to me easily. I am safe, I am supported, and I am abundant. The universe is listening. Your energy is responding. And with every loving, intentional thought, your financial reality begins to rise and reflect the beauty of who you truly are. Abundance is not reserved for the few. It is available to all who are willing to receive it. And now, you are no longer hoping for it, you are welcoming it. With an open heart, a clear mind, and a soul rooted in truth, you are ready to step fully into your power. Wealth is not just coming, it is already here. And now, finally, you are ready to receive it.